Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry for audio or people that are just tuning in, but oh
my
my
ears.
goodness. I can't. This is incredible. I cannot function, guys. This is going to be very difficult for me. I'm going to try to be a good host. Welcome to Wolves After Dark.
Dude.
Like the stream.
Greatest sports memory, greatest sports event I've ever witnessed.
I can't believe it. God, the
best moment in sports.
This is insane. This is insane. My God. Well, like the stream, subscribe to the stream. We're almost at 1,700 subscribers. My God.
I think the chat. I think you guys have to carry us tonight because I'm going to be absolutely without words.
I can't. I know. I can't. I guess the way I'm going to start is the beginning of the game. We look terrible. Maybe the worst we've looked all season. Not even kidding. Like,
where are you, offense? Where are you?
Like almost everyone besides maybe Cat. It was like the most bizarre beginning of a game. Yeah. And Ant comes out acting like this is like just a game against the Wizards or something like that. I mean, to be fair, he was being doubled aggressively like he always is. But even when he wasn't being doubled, it was still just like passive whatever nonsense. But Cat carried us. Jaden carried us.
Man.
Nas's defense. All of our defense. Our defense won us this game.
Rudy turned Kevin Durant in the fourth quarter.
Rudy shot. Oh my God.
We were not prepared for that after the first 3 quarters of forcing it to Gobert all game long. Holy crap. You know what? It was a 5-head moment. Like, let's tire Jokic up. I keep going to Gobert, even if it makes us down 20. Makes us down 20.
I guess. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I cannot believe this right now.
Shout out to Denver. What a hell of a series. Shout out to Jokic. What a hell of a player.
That was an incredible series. It's going to take me a long time to fully process, but seriously, everybody said it and it lived up to the hype. This was the series of the playoffs because these are the best. These seem to be the best 2 teams in the league. And I'm not going to, earlier when we were up 6, when we had won 6 playoff games in a row, I thought we were going to not cakewalk, but it seemed pretty easy that we were going to go all the way to the finals. Obviously we still have a lot that we need to hone in on and practice and get better because the Mavs. I can't even believe that we're going against. I can't even comprehend that we're doing it. Home court. We play at home. Did they say Tuesday?
Wednesday.
I don't know. Okay, it's Wednesday.
I hope it's Tuesday. I'm so.
Oh my God!
I'm in San Francisco this week. I'm gonna try to be here for the shows. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to watch the games. I'm so screwed.
But, gosh. Well,
Cameron. This is hyperbole. This is the greatest sports moment I've ever witnessed in my 39 years. Howls and growls.
Howls and growls is here. Oh my God!
You're my favorite YouTube show of all time. I love you.
Yeah, we're big fans. We are big fans.
I learned so much from watching you. Oh my God! And shout out to Coop because you and Coop used to do shows together.
Yes,
that's the reason why we started doing this shit. Timberwolves Daily lives on through Wolves After Dark. Wolves After Dark could not exist without all of you. Minnesota Timberwolves, 98-90 in a slugfest, down 20, 58-38. Ant has a layup, and they call a timeout, that's all he needed to get going. Cat was ridiculous all game long. He was remarkable, not in the bad way. He was remarkable all game long offensively. Naz Reid hit that first 3. We didn't see a whole lot from him until the fourth quarter. Then fourth quarter, bang! Defense fuels our offense. In that fourth quarter interview from Malone, offense fuels our defense. It's the opposite.
I was like, God, the way he's talking. And I kind of said this. I know I'm getting some flames for this last episode.
Fucking cocky.
But he was cocky, but also his coaching. I don't know. It's like when he said the offense leads to the defense thing, I was like, he's right. They need to be making shots, but our defense is affecting their confidence. And also the giving up again with plenty of time left and plenty of Towns out there to throw a turnover at the end of the game.
Right? They can still do something.
Yeah, they had like 20. There was like 30 seconds left. There was like over a shot clock left. So confusing to me. I don't understand.
I think it can be summed up by one quote by Karl Anthony Towns.
This is what movies is made of.
This is what movies.
This is what movies is made of.
This is what movies is made of. Also, Towns making the mistake and then coming right back and getting the putback dunk was like, okay. Also, because I know
on the series.
Denver fans are going to be very mad at this. I mean, the Anthony Edwards waving thing, whatever.
Who cares?
Who cares about that? The Jaden thing was
Who cares about that? That's amazing.
Dude, that was fucking crazy. I mean, for Jaden, it's like hilarious, but like that's crazy. If somebody did that to us, I'd be fucking pissed. But also Jaden has that ability to do. He should be in the dunk contest if he's doing shit like that. But that was crazy. Eric, 5 gifted. I appreciate it right off the bat of the stream.
Oh my god,
I appreciate you. Oh,
we had no offensive flow whatsoever all game. And
I know, all game.
It just like kind of turned into something where they started getting flustered because they were missing shots in the third quarter. They were like 3 for 15 in the third quarter.
I know.
And we were just
it was bad.
Kind of making shots. Our offense was kind of gelling. And
that's what you can do when you have defense.
Yes,
that's what you can do when you have defense.
Stop after stop after stop. And our transitions turned it into offense, right? Like when we can get a defensive stop early in possessions, we can run out, leak out. Ant dunk really turned him up, man. That Ant dunk turned into a transition 3.
Yeah.
Thank God. Oh, that late third quarter 3. Like, come on. Like, yeah. I was thinking to myself, don't screw it up. Don't screw it up. Just play. If we lose, just play to the best of your ability. Don't foul out. Don't do anything stupid. And then, the way we came out, we were forcing it to Gobert. We were doing some really weird things. We turned it over a couple times. Yeah, that very first play, Scott Foster, offensive foul, like the slightest moving screen. Massive ref job in this game. It was so apparent. And we, despite everything, holy crap, there's a lot of bias here. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna calm down. I'm sorry. But like
I was gonna say, the ref thing to me, I didn't actually, and maybe I don't know. I'm not trying to just be like controversial or whatever, but like I feel like it wasn't like that egregious. I felt like what was happening, it was like whoever had the lead, they kept trying to give it back to people, and it was like back and forth. That's what it felt like to me. There were some ridiculous calls against us that were like, which makes this win even more satisfying because we did have calls that were just like, I'm trying to remember. There was the jump ball one was kind of weird, but I guess I understood it. That was okay. That was okay. I think there was one with Rudy involved. There was, I don't know. Either way,
it's okay.
Like
it's
I said,
okay.
you
Like
guys
obvious hacks on Ant.
Yeah, that too.
And
that
like
really, at the end of the game, yeah.
Really ticky-tack fouls on Jaden throughout the game. Man, Jaden throughout the whole game had like a hot hand too. I love how we like didn't find a whole lot with Nas, so we stopped playing him in the second half. And I hate that I say that out loud because he's such an amazing player for us. But like he didn't make shots, so we have to go to someone else. And Conley was kind of abysmal in the first half, but he like turned it up and he was like able to run our offense when time was really, really sensitive for us. And I am beyond words still. I am not composed.
I am not having composed. This is crazy. I almost like, I know my headphones.
Cameron, we scored 38 points in the first half. Like
you gotta keep talking. I can't hear you. My headphones keep dying.
We scored 38 points in the first half, Cameron. And you messaged me at halftime. I messaged you back. This is over. We're down 20. It felt over. It felt like we had no flow. It felt like there's some gas left in our tank. Sure, we're going to try to truck our way back into this game. But it really felt like the energy offensively wasn't there. We were overly passing. Like on the perimeter, we would just keep on passing for a really ugly contested shot, late in shot clock violations. We were bringing the ball up slowly. This was a time where I think Ant could have really sprinted, like went downhill, attacked Jokic, right? It was such an interesting change of game plan philosophy. But they knew what they were doing. Like it's like I don't think they wanted the lead to be 20 points for Denver, but like they knew, because if they could just stretch this game like a 6-round boxing fight or something, that last round we can keep the pressure defensively, and they're going to let off the gas. They're going to slow down. Jokic is going to get gassed. Murray's shot's going to stop falling, and that's 100% what happened. MPJ was unable to be played on the court. He only made one shot all game, and oh my god, right? The others had stuff going today for Denver, but it wasn't enough. It was mostly Murray in the first half, and kind of mostly Jokic, kind of sporadic offense here and there. We just
MPJ just disappeared for them. It's crazy.
Yeah, we just kept a healthy dose of just pounding, and we did a little bit too much with Gobert, but it paid off. He had that confidence to short shot clock situation, man. Turn around, KD, one-hander, epitome of the series right there. That moment right there.
How do you
do a 30-point round?
I don't know, and that's what I was just about to say.
Oh, I don't have
somebody in the Discord, Rondo. Oh my God, old wolves are dead, and 100%. We were down 20 in this game, and this felt like it was over, and we just reversed it. What did they say at some point? We went on a 52-22 run or something like that.
I have no idea.
The fact that we're doing that at Denver, the fact that we're doing that after we just kind of trounced them in the last game, which could be chalked up to us playing at the highest level possible and them not being ready to play. But this game, both teams were coming 100% ready to play, and they were on in the first half. They were playing well. Murray was good. Jokic played really well. Other than he did miss a lot of threes, but it's still that's not really 100% his game. I mean, he definitely has it, but that's not unheard of for him to do that. So yeah, old wolves are dead. Shout out Rondo in the Discord. Other thing, I'm seeing some things. Yeah, shout out the Discord. I'm also seeing all over Twitter there are Timberwolves fans. By the way, shout out to all the Timberwolves fans. The crowd when we were making buckets at the end, it was
dead.
It was listening to a college NCAA tournament kind of a vibe where you have a half and half kind of a vibe because it's not nobody's playing at home. So that's almost what it felt like at times. Clearly Denver was getting the louder crowd, but to have all those fans there traveling, maybe they're Lakers fans, who knows? But that was incredible. I have so many unlimited thoughts, but I almost feel
unlimited thoughts.
Yeah.
Cameron, well, I feel like this might be a 3.5, 4-hour show. You have a thing to do in an hour, and you'll come back and I'll still be live. We'll still be here for you, my friend. You have carried us. You've carried the torch of this show all season long. Man, my heart is still completely racing. I don't know if this is going to be fucking awkward as fuck, but you can probably hear it. But dude, okay. 50-50 balls all Denver's way early in the game. The points in the paint, we had nothing. We were trying, we got nothing. Second chance points, the rebounds, everything went Denver's way. And I felt why aren't we playing big? We threw Nas in there for a minute. He hit a 3, and then he was absolute rookie Nas came out, in that first half. He wasn't there.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like he wasn't getting the box outs. I think he was a sieve defensively. Jokic had his way a couple times,
Yep.
And we were sagging on defense, allowing people to shoot for 3 for free, Murray wide open threes and shit like that.
Yeah.
And something happened in the locker room. No more slander on Coach Finch and Nori. This is insane. What adjustments?
Dude.
And what we started seeing was more ball pressure, right? Who cares who's bringing the ball up? More ball pressure. What we saw was more definitive, offense, where it's not swing. It's one pass, you're open, right? It's 1-2 pass, you're open. Because I felt the short shot clock situation really hurried us, really put us in a tailspin of trying to catch ourselves, right? In the second half, we were a little faster with bringing the ball up. And Conley didn't have it in the first half, and we were really trying to shoot with Nikhil, but Nikhil didn't have it tonight, and so
my gosh, he really didn't.
Then
David,
Conley started. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm totally interrupting you. So say your point if you need to.
Come on, David. No,
David. You're crazy. 2-0
You are
since I
insane,
bought the
dude.
Conley jersey, paying back for the next. Okay, yeah, because you won the Conley jersey.
Oh.
That's right. Oh,
Well, it's going to go to someone else. We might not do a giveaway tonight just because of time. But
yeah, we're not doing one
game
tonight.
one of
Guys,
the
we have a
Western
whole-
Conference Finals, Cameron.
And this is perfect because now because the YouTube checks don't clear until like the third week of the month or whatever. So
Yeah.
now we're gonna have some funds for giveaways again.
Ooh.
Maybe tickets, maybe jerseys, all the stuff. Guys, you guys are way too kind. I appreciate it, David. But yes, you are 2-0.
Unreal,
You're the good luck
unreal,
charm.
David.
Seriously, appreciate you.
All of you. K Brewers, JJ Creates, Godfrey. Shout out Godfrey. Shout out Trash
Godfrey.
Panda. Shout out
Backyard Wrestler.
Backyard Wrestler.
Shout
Shout out
if
all
you're
of you
still
guys.
watching, Cooper is willing to join if we have.
Put him in.
Let me see. Yeah, let me get I didn't send him a link yet.
I got him. I got you.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Cooper, can you stay for a couple hours?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he said. That was a couple days ago.
Hell
It doesn't
yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter. You're staying for a couple hours. Dude. I have so much
Oh
goddamn
my
work.
god.
Oh, it doesn't even matter.
I can't.
Animal. The Nuggets scored 37 points in the second half. We scored 38 points in the first half. Down 15. It quickly became 20 points. Cooper! Motherfucking Coops!
Hey, how's it
Motherfucking
going?
Coops!
How about that?
Yes.
It was never a doubt either. God.
Never in doubt. I know I'm shouting. I'm so sorry.
No, it's awesome. Keep it up, man. Wow.
Oh.
That was great.
Oh my god.
I had to
Shower him with some love.
Yeah.
I had to
Hoops
hop
in the
on the
house.
Timberwolves Daily Live. I went on there for a second. Official last sign off over there. Because I never really, last season I just kind of ended it and disappeared. So went and said hey to a few people. But man, I also told them that if you guys allow it, I'll be stopping by here much more. So
Of course.
Please
I'd allow it.
yeah.
We have to go through Anthony Hollis though, the legendary Anthony Hollis.
Yeah, Anthony Hollis does. He runs the show
rules
over
this.
here. But
All right. I'll follow whatever he says.
oh gosh,
How
I
about
can't.
that?
I mean, you're joining at a very emotional time. I'm not crying, but I'm at a loss for words. This is such an incredible game to come back down from 20. I mean, right out the gates, out of the third quarter, you're thinking this is our time to punch, get it to within 10, make them call a timeout, and then see what happens. Instead, we give up like 5 or 6 points immediately, and it's 20 points, and it's like, oh, okay. So this is like not feeling great. And then I think at that moment, I put something out at Twitter that said, I didn't believe.
Yeah.
But man, that was incredible. What was your experience with the game?
Just despair and depression until when Anthony Edwards hit that shot. Even during the comeback, no, for real, it was just the most down in the dumps watching experience of all time. Probably just a lot of okay, well, here comes the off season. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Who comes back? Anthony Edwards. The talk is be horrible, dude. But okay, it all turned. I think when Anthony Edwards hit that end of quarter shot. What's up? What's up?
Go.
Oh, okay, all right. When Anthony Edwards hit that end of quarter shot, that's when I officially did the sit up in the chair video game thing and decided, all right, you know what, I'm gonna start believing, because I wouldn't let myself believe before that out of fear of. I know fear is the mind killer, but out of fear of
we're all broken people.
Yeah,
Timberwolves fans, we're all broken. So,
but when he hit that shot, I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna enjoy this actually. And I did, and it was outstanding. I had 1 quarter of fun tonight. So, yeah, it was great, man.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take the fourth quarter being the quarter.
You guys maybe answer this because I just hopped on, but what was the moment for you that you were like, all right, here we go?
That's a great question. I mean,
for me, it was the Ant breakaway dunk. It turned. I think the game turned right then and there.
I think he traveled on that. But yes, I do agree. I think he maybe took an extra step. He kind of took it wrong. But no, I think I'm with Coop here. I think that 3 was there was just actually no, because I was excited and a little bit more engaged then, maybe the sit up meme kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But where I was truly in the game and I'm like, oh my gosh, this might happen, was the Rudy turnaround fadeaway jump
what
shot.
What the hell?
What was that?
that was the first time I audibly made a noise during the game, and I was like, "What? Just how is that going in?" And that's just one of those plays where it usually happens against the Wolves, and you're kind of like, "Okay, yeah, this is just their game. Like if they're gonna make shots like this, then oh well." Man, that was incredible. And then also, I mean, late it was great too. The Galveston, yes. Oh man, my goodness, yeah, the turnaround fadeaway was crazy.
It was crazy.
They're pushing it to 10. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
Wait, what?
I said go ahead.
Oh.
No, you're not gonna go ahead. Okay, then for me, it's the pushing it to 10 with 3 minutes to go was like,
oh yeah,
I was like actually in believing then, and I was like, this might actually happen. This is like not just like, hey, we're putting up a fight, it's gonna be close. I was like, it's 10 points with sub 3 minutes left. They kind of have to play perfect, and they have not been playing great. Well, since our defense is bothering them, but and Naz's putback guys are so many.
My God, yes.
So many moments.
Yeah. Oh,
dude, what a choke for Denver too. I mean, the Wolves came back, but I know Jokic hit a couple threes, but dude was like, every time he put a three up, I was thanking the gods. Like, oh my gosh, yes,
I know,
hooray! Like, because he could just walk in and it seems like if he wanted to, he could just get a 2 on every possession. Yeah. Exactly. So when he shoots, it's
like
great.
Game 5, right?
Yeah,
like 4.
What are you doing? You're shooting a 3. It was great, but I know he hit a couple. Man, and Michael Porter Jr. keep shooting, my guy.
Keep going,
please. Jamal Murray in the third and fourth, just keep chalking him up. Like, thank God they they stopped getting to the rim. They just thought we're gonna shoot threes, and it did not work. And they didn't change their strategy. The Wolves outscored them 54-24, I think it was, to win that game or something.
Yeah.
After being down 20.
Fun fact. Only 2 players scored in double digits for the Denver Nuggets. And it was Jokic with 34, Murray with 35, KCP had 5, MPJ had 7, Brown had 5, Gordon had 4, Holiday had 0, Jackson had 0.
Crazy.
Like, that's nuts.
That is nuts.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, it's kind of like honest though, right? In a game 7, you put everything in your stars. It's Charles Barkley gets paid to say things on national TV, and he says things like it's Murray and Jokic versus Ant and Cat, right? Like that's what he said. That's the moral of the story, and like kind of that was what Denver's role was tonight, was they pushed it. Dude, that Gobert fadeaway, I just wanted to say really quick, Cooper, I think I felt your stress too all throughout this game because there was so much action driven towards getting Gobert the ball.
Oh my God, dude.
I was floored. Like, there was Cat wide open at the 3. Nope, I'm going to pass it to Gobert or for a missed 3 or Gobert. And he had, like, 3 steps away from the paint. Like, he was, like, really far away from the paint, and he was, like, doing all sorts of nonsense. That was all just practice shots for that fadeaway, Cameron. That's why I wanted to interrupt you. To say that nonsense.
Well, the moment I decided it's over, I did. It was when Anthony Edwards was driving, and I was like, all right, Ant's got some momentum here, and he passed it to Rudy Gobert, dude. On that, it was like a 3-on-2 fast break. Ant's just got to slam into someone, and he passed it to Rudy. If they would have lost this, it's great. At this point, it's just a funny meme. But oh my God, in the moment, I was like, I trade Anthony Edwards.
I know, but I was seriously, going through my emotions of the game and Ant and stuff like that. I was just defeated. I've done a lot of defending of Ant throughout the season. And like, to be honest, even during the game, I was like, this sucks. But also, like, he is 22 and this is his first time being in like this is like the highest pressure game he's been in by far. And not only that, like the previous, even during like the play-ins and the playoff games that he's had before, there was never like it was like, oh, look at this up and coming like player, not, hey, everybody, here's Michael Jordan, number 2 in the flesh. Like that's the pressure that he's getting now. And I still, though, in the beginning, I was just so disappointed. And I just didn't know. I was like, I don't know how we're going to win this game if Ant doesn't do something. But he can't because he is getting doubled. It's like,
and they kind of won without him. Like, I know he hit the late threes and such, but it's not like he went out for 30. It was what a game. Big Cat. How about Carl? Can I get some Carl Anthony Towns praise from these guys here?
Dude,
outstanding defense on Jokic.
You missed it. You missed it at the start.
Yeah?
We were just praising his ass. Man.
Wow.
Oh my God, his defense, but most importantly, he was just shot ready. And
Yeah.
he was
He's the only
5
one
for
that kept
6.
us.
He was the only one. You're right, Cameron. He was the only one that like had us in double figures, but the only one who like got us anywhere towards the first half there. Like I wanted that first half to end immediately after we were down like 10 or 11. We had no offense, whatever. Man, I just wish at some point he was like a little bit more selfish. I was like mad at that. Like I wish he was more trigger happy, but like
because he was on. He was on. It was just like go. Like even the driving was like, okay, you're the one creating offense, and Ant is going to get doubled, so you have to be the one. And he was making shots. We don't win this game without Karl Anthony Towns, and it's not like he's the one that barely put us over. It's like we're talking very differently right now if Karl Anthony Towns is not in this game. Man. And then even like the mistake at the end, but then to make it up with the putback dunk, it's like I forgive you immediately. You know, it's just like it was amazing. I don't know what his final stats were, and I guess we're kind of getting into specifics. Do we want to just jump into the tier list?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna go because I have places to be and I just wanted to hop on your stream for a bit. But I know, but I'll be more consistent from here on out. Now that I've signed the contract and everything, to maybe hop on a few more times. But tier list for me, everyone's an S. There's no debating it. They just won Game 7, 20th anniversary. Happy birthday, Kevin Garnett. Anyways,
yes.
Kevin Garnett, show up to a goddamn game, get over whatever your feud is, and let's.
Anything's possible.
Yes, S for everybody. I don't know, maybe an A for who played the worst. Monte Morris gets an A, so everyone else gets an A. Yeah. Everyone else is great, so appreciate you guys.
Cooper, I
love
you.
To see you.
Love you too.
See ya. All right.
Love word. That was the second time I've interacted with him.
Wow. We are going to the love stage.
That's how I feel about him, though.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Okay. He got me through some tough times, When we weren't streaming, he was still streaming.
He was always.
Yeah, let's go. Because we do have to go. We
do have to go. I have a time limit here. And I don't know how I'm going to move on to my next thing that I have to do. There's no way I can't. Dude, there's no composing myself. I can't. I have to think about the Mavs.
I'm so proud.
I am too. Good for Cat.
Matt, this is a Cat legacy game.
Yes.
Go ahead.
This is a game, and this is getting like way too over the top here, but I'm just going to say it because I'm in the moment. But this is one of those games where it's like, Cat, I forgive you for so many of the things that you've done wrong in the season. Although this season's not been that bad, but like previous seasons, it's kind of like, I absolve you of these problems. This is when it matters. And he's the one that's getting us over the hump. When Ant wasn't having it for us tonight. This is a Game 7 of the second round of the playoffs. Wow. And Cat is, what does he end up with? 23 points, 12 rebounds, and insane defense. And a bunch of ticky-tack foul calls that are stupid to be called in a game like this. But, whatever.
At points, he was the only big man out there too, and he had to guard Jokic and be like the free safety at times. It was wild. And he's size 20 feet, man. It's hard to do what he does, and he was up to the task, man. Let's go. Let's fly through this tier list so we can keep talking. Because I know when you leave, I'm gonna keep going. Okay. I think I'm gonna keep going. Murray, 35 points. Jokic, 34 points, 19 rebounds, 7 assists. These guys are gods. Denver Nuggets. Thank you so much for an amazing series. You guys were the defending champs. You didn't have it tonight. You thought you did. You got super cocky, super confident.
For the
you
first
let go of the gas. And in that third quarter, 28-14. Motherfucking, we cut the lead from 15 to 1. And I think we had it right there. That transition dunk from Ant, that just, you give him a little bit of a sliver of hope, and he turns his engine on. He had nothing going tonight, right? Oh my gosh.
I can't. This is great.
Well, I also lost my shit when Slow-Mo popped in there for a minute, but
he only played 4 minutes.
Yeah. So I think they recognized it. And that was also in the moment where it was Cat and Gobert and Slow-Mo. That was bad. And no Ant. I think that was bad. Monte Morris, skip you. I love you. I don't care. Luka Garza, I love you. S tier. Jerome McLaughlin, you and your wife's TikTok is remarkable. S tier. And you gave some brothers some tickets on Game 6. That was so cool.
Some fake brothers.
Some fake brothers, apparently. Oops.
Yeah.
But There is a bottoms tier for someone, but I'm not sure we're gonna give anyone bottoms tier tonight. But
Yeah, this is
slow mo in 4 minutes is a contender. 4 minutes, 2 points, 2 free throws. I didn't hate his minutes out there, by the way. I felt like
I
he
actually
started
think
to.
it was yeah, I feel like it was like a meh. I don't even think it's that bad. Like I think I don't like the minutes of him out there, but like the 4 minutes that he was out there weren't terrible.
Yeah, but there were multiple times where he had the ball in his hands and he like was
Yeah.
super reluctant to shoot. That in that moment,
Yes.
like they're just like obviously like game planning for you to shoot that ball. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a meh, but like it's a happy meh. All right, Nikhil Alexander Walker, 17
Yeah,
minutes,
this is sad.
zeros.
It is sad, but I want him to keep shooting. Just like Ant said in the mic'd up, I want you to keep
Ooh,
shooting.
yeah,
Because we need him to. That's the thing. When these other teams, like you watch the Mavs game, which apparently we're gonna have to study the Mavs over the next couple days. But like you see I don't want to call them role players, but you have these players like Derek Jones Jr. He goes off for like 23 points in a game, and it's like that's crazy, and that's the kind of production you need from a Nah.
yes.
Aston, welcome.
Oh my god, Aston.
But yeah, you hope for more. Bad game. I'm glad we realized it with only him playing 17 minutes instead of like 30 plus minutes. But this really was a pretty bad game. Offensively, defensively, he still had that pressure. And he was a part of some of the times where we had kind of stopped them. I don't know. I feel like his defense was okay. I can't remember anything crazy from it, but I got to be honest. My hashtag analytics tonight. This is a lot more of a feels game than
Live
it is
reaction.
anything that I'm. Yeah, I can't like. There's just no like. I can barely remember the first 3 quarters. But yeah, no. I feel like the defense was meh. The offense was obviously like. I mean, I don't even want to say Wancho because it's like it didn't necessarily take away from us, but like anytime you miss a bucket, it takes away from you. So I guess is it D'Lo or Wancho? I don't know.
Dude, I'm all on this like tierflation tier like tirade right now. Like I want to put everyone on A1 right now. I just can't with Nah, and it's just because we had others going tonight, and so
Yeah.
we had to ride the hot hand. Jaden was insane, was impeccable tonight, and I felt like the usual output from Nah, we are starting to expect that from our bench. We didn't see that in the first half, so hey, let's try it again in the second half. And he was a little reluctant to shoot. He tried that first 3, and then the other time that Cat tried to pass it to him, he like had this like hesitation. He drove in for a 2 that was super contested. And yeah, man, like he didn't have it tonight. Great recognition by the coaching staff that defense is great, but it's not enough. We need someone to be actively shooting and trigger happy and making shots for our defense to start clicking. Because actually what happens sometimes is defense steals our offense, but sometimes when our offense isn't going, you get in your head and you're like, I don't know what to do anymore. That's what happened with Nah. I'm putting him in Met here, and I really wish I could have put him in A1. Nas. 21,
Interesting.
11 points. The jersey. 4-7 from the floor. He hit a 3. That was his first 3. Hit a couple free throws. He had 2 offensive rebounds. He had 2 motherfucking block shots. Black Mamba, what up? Black Mamba, I remember you. Or I always, I know you. But I don't know what I'm saying. But
yeah, we Black Mamba, we're out of sorts right now. So
we're out of sorts.
take everything you hear with a grain of salt.
Here's my hashtag. Here's my hashtag analysis. Made shots, blocked shots, good shit. Put back dunk, hell yes.
Yes.
And
that
lockdown defense in the fourth quarter when Cat had 5 fouls, yes. Give me more of that.
God,
Holy crap. Inject that in my veins. Inject that into the hearts of our Timberwolves fandom. Naz Reid is a god. But in that first half, it was a little bit less than. I don't care. What we saw out there in the fourth quarter is like what we are as a team, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What we've built all year, we saw that out there in the fourth quarter. We did it for each other. We did it because we gave a fuck. And 32 points in the fourth quarter to their 23. Nas played the bulk of the fourth quarter minutes and was there, and it was just was an engine for us.
He had to because of foul trouble, and he saved us on many occasions defensively and offensively. I mean, it's the impact plays that he made in the fourth. It's less of his entire 21 minutes. It's more of like 4 or 5 exact plays that completely dictated the outcome of this game.
Dude, you make your first.
Yeah, it's one of those times where the coaches can go into film here and be like, hey, this is why it doesn't matter if your shot's falling or not. You can make impact plays that win you games. So this is like the perfect example of like, hey, sure. I mean, he shot okay, and like his threes weren't falling, but like, but it just shows you that it doesn't matter. You just have to keep playing hard, and he did. And I feel like he deserves a high grade for it. Honestly, I'm kind of in like a sensational tier. I know that seems crazy, but like, again, it's similar to what we were talking about. Cat. It's like we don't win this game without Cat's insane efforts the entire game. So it's the same for Nas. We don't win this if we don't have Nas. So I love it. I'm for it.
Love it. Love it.
I think I'm sensational.
I think I'm sensational too, dude. He hit his first three, his first shot, and he came in, he high-fived Ant, and then he was nothing until the fourth quarter. We won 98-90. He had 8 points in the motherfucking fourth quarter. You know, when you start missing shots and you start getting those silly foul calls and non-calls on the other end too, you start to like blame yourself, blame the refs, blame other things. He had none of that. The fourth quarter minutes, he had to come out, he had to come in, and he busted his ass out there. It's sensational tier, hands down, without question. Mike Conley.
By the way, quick note: people are sharing stuff in the Discord. I appreciate it. Keep sharing, and I will try to share it out as much as I can.
There's too much stuff going on my one screen. I'm sorry. But,
yes, okay. Rudy Gobert has the highest plus minus for the Timberwolves in the 2024 playoffs at plus 111. Read them and weep. National media.
I can't wait to talk about Rudy Gobert's fourth quarter stats and minutes because it's insane in both directions. Mostly calling out at refs. I know we got to move. Mike Conley, Minnesota Mike, the miracle on ice himself, 38 minutes, 10 points, 8 rebounds. 8 rebounds.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
4 assists, no turnovers, and he had a awful whistle tonight. Oh my god. Yeah. They were awful. He was going to attack this game.
I thought he was trying to. There was multiple moments where he was hitting his hands on the floor because the timeout that they missed, that was such a clear timeout. And then there was another play. I can't remember. But it just, he was hustling out there. He made, again, he only shot 3 of 10, but the threes, especially that one that he hit, was just massive in the fourth quarter. Also, 2 steals, 1 insanely crucial steal in the fourth that like turned the tide even further towards us.
Oh my god!
Just so timely, such a vet thing, dude. Mike Conley, he is so crucial to our team. Even though he was 3 of 10, those 3 shots, 3 threes, by the way, incredible.
Yes.
Incredible! Oh my god!
Incredible tiers. It's going to be super tierflation tonight. But guys, in the first half, Mike Conley and Anthony Edwards, you know this. You know these stats. 2 for 14 total. Our guards were 2 for 14, 7 points. Jamal Murray had 24. Contavious Caldwell-Pope almost outscored our guards. That's embarrassing. That had to have been like a bitch slap in the halftime, in the locker room. They were just like screaming, like, play up to your level of competition. Play up to the level of your ability. You are the best team out there. You know, you can handle this. 48 minutes. It's just another half. It's no longer the first half. It's all about the second half. And he came on a Lord of the Rings quest. Holy crap, I love that. Sensational. Because once again, fourth quarter, the stars rise to the top. The vets, I was worried. Cameron, I was messaging you and I deleted it several thousand times. The vets were killing us tonight. Like, it was just Jaden. Jaden was in our like in the game. And like, I know, you know, and Cad is a vet and everything, but like, I don't equate that to a vet right now. It's like slow-mos and the Goberts and Conleys. They were killing us. And I was like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to dissect this game. I'm like going to be at a loss for words in the opposite direction. And yeah, Conley, fourth quarter minutes, 4 points, +9. You know, it's just like, just stable. And stable means remarkable. Whoops, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to actually grade him, and I hit the X. Sensational. Let's move on. Jaden motherfucking McDaniel, seatbelt himself, Slim Reaper, Federal Way, Jamal Crawford.
Yes, I love all the shout outs to Federal Way. I love all the shout outs to Federal Way. Yeah. Because guys, if you don't know, we're from Seattle, and Federal Way is just south of Seattle. I actually lived in Federal Way for a time. So to see a player with a Federal Way tattoo play for the Timberwolves is like crazy. But and then to hear it on national TV.
Mason, oh my God. Cat made a
Jaden.
conference finals before Embiid.
Yes, okay, here, let me I'm going to share my screen for a second. I actually had it up. I was going to say it. Joel Embiid reacts to Karl Anthony Towns reaching a conference final before him. Incredible. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Pumps in the Discord. Thank you. Wow.
Jaden motherfucking McDaniels, 40 minutes. He could have played the whole game, but they tried to get him out of the game with the silly ass foul calls. Jamal Murray flopping. I'm not going to let that down, by the way. He fell down just to get the calls. 23 points for Jaden McDaniels. Don't forget about Game 6 McDaniels because he turned it on. Game 7, 7 for 10 from the floor, 3 for 4 from threes. He went to the line 7 motherfucking times. He had 6 rebounds. He did it all. 2 steals, a block shot. He was sensational on defense. I love him. I have doubted him on a couple times, but not as much as everyone else. I think the future is so goddamn bright. And it's not just about this year right now for me. It's like long term, but like this year is an all-in year because of how much energy we put into the season to stay on top, to be on top, to like overcome all this adversity. Dude, insane. By the way, Cameron, I would have loved for him to do that bounce dunk. It would have been the fucking staple to this.
It would have been crazy, but I just know that if Christian Brown had done that to us after beating us in Game 7, I would have probably shut down the entire stream for eternity. Like I wouldn't have been okay. So although Maurice, I do want to see him complete that. Maurice, seriously. Thank you.
Hey, so Maurice, good luck in the Western Conference Finals, my friend.
Your bracket is like perfect.
I'm so glad to have met you. I really want this like friendship to continue and sustain outside of just like random blips about basketball. But thank you so much for this donation. It's going right back to the community. It could even go right back to you. He's a Dallas Mavericks fan, by the way. And when we met, we were playing Dallas and we got owned by Dallas. And it was a very funny moment. But
we got to go.
It's not, it's like, let's get going. Let's go. Like, it's going to be awesome. Rudy Gobert is next. I'm very conscious about your time, Cameron.
Rudy Gobert. Got 10 minutes.
I know you do. I'm so sad.
I'm so sad too.
You know what? You could go live while you're driving, while you're shooting. Like, let's go. Let's keep going.
I could do that, but
36 minutes, 13 points, 9 rebounds, 2 block shots, a couple turnovers, 6 fouls, by the way. Can I read to you his fourth quarter stats? Because they're unbelievable, unreal, sensationally ridiculous. 8 points. He made 4 out of his 5 free throws. 5 fouls. They were actively wanting to take him out of the game. It was unreal. Scott Foster. The very first play was an offensive foul on Gobert.
That was crazy.
And
that was
5
like
straight fouls on Gobert in the fourth quarter. Cameron, take it away.
Yeah. That was insane. When that first foul happened, I was like, oh, okay. So this is the game that we're going to play. Frank, welcome. Yeah. I mean, as we said earlier, when Gobert hit that turnaround fadeaway jumper, let Rudy cook. # let Rudy cook. That was insane. This is a game where you used your size to your advantage. You're putting it in the post. And even though it's Gobert, who doesn't really have, he's 7'4", so he has like the advantage height-wise. But we talked about this the last game. We were kind of criticizing Charles Barkley because he is talking about how you can't it was Draymond that we were talking. Probably
Draymond,
Chuck too. But he's like talking about how can you let this happen or whatever. Well, it's because he is a lighter big. He's just tall. So like, sure, Jokic is like big, so he can push people out of the way. He's more of like he's like Peck if Peck had like all around game. He's strong. Like he's probably, I don't even know how much he weighs, but it's like
DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, he's strong. So, yeah, and it's just a different type of play, which is why Cat plays him better because Cat is a little bit. He's still kind of lean too, but like he's bigger than Gobert is. But then using our size to the advantage, where we get into the paint and people just have to start hacking at him because they're like, oh well, I can't jump 7 feet, So like I have to just rely on knocking it out of his hands, and it just worked. BX Rep.
BX, I
Welcome.
forgot you're from New York. Oh my God, I'm so sorry for New York fans out there. That was a brutal game. We're moving on. Back to this. Keep going, Rudy. Yeah, Cameron, about Rudy.
Yeah. Rudy,
Losing it.
this was a great game from Rudy. The fouls were a little annoying, but the stat line doesn't do it justice. He was still, still the matchup with Gobert wasn't perfect. But this was another great game from Gobert. I don't know. I guess I don't know where to grade him, actually. I feel like I'm in between sensational and A because Cash doesn't. Maybe it's Cash because he hit that shot.
That's Cash. It's Cash. It's the definition of Cash.
Yeah.
Moving on. I love it. I love what we realized it live.
Yes,
that's perfect. That's why it's there.
Yes.
Cash.
That's amazing.
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. Carl Anthony Towns.
Carl, this is my apology to you for ever saying anything bad.
Oh my God. Carl,
Thank you. Game 7.
It's
Cat. 23
we are 2-0 in
points.
Game 7s, by the way, as a franchise. Not that history really matters, but we're 2-0.
And they've only happened on May 19th.
On KG's birthday? That's crazy.
His birthday.
20 years apart.
23 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. 8 of 14 shooting, had some free throws. He was 6 of 6. Did have the 5 fouls, did have a couple turnovers, but what a game.
What a game.
Towns. This is incredible. I'm going to skip right to it, and I'm just going to say this was an A1 game from Cat. I will not forget this game. So if you guys hear me complaining next year, or future series or something, I want you to remind me. Be like, hey, remember that time that you said you'd never forget? Remind me of this. Because I'm sure I will get frustrated with him. It wasn't, this is kind of a weird game because it wasn't perfect because he almost cost us the game at the end by throwing it to Ant with 2 timeouts when we could have just taken a timeout, and it goes over to them and they hit a shot. It's like, but man,
Frank, compared,
crazy.
Oh my God. Compared to at half by the TNT guys and Bill Simmons and Gobert needed to be benched, he had an unbelievable turnaround. Literally.
Just shutting up all the critics. Man.
I love that comment from you, man. You guys are so good.
And speaking of which, Crone 10 gifted. You're crazy.
You are great.
I appreciate you, Crone. Seriously. You've done wonders for the community. Seriously, I appreciate it. And we're gonna have so many more giveaways. Can't wait to do them. And I'm glad that we have more time to do them. I was so like, if we lose this game, I'm gonna have to save all this stupid money until next season. But now we get to have some giveaways next round. Okay. We graded Towns, and now, it's A1, right? Yeah. There's no debate there.
It's A1.
Yeah.
No. I wanted to just comment that shout out to Marcus who mentioned that where is it? Oh no, Maurice. I'm so sorry. That he was sitting in the crowd before, like, hours before the game.
I saw that.
Yeah. Did you see that? Did you see that? Like, before tip, he was just like, "Let's go." Like, you see that, they zoomed in on him.
Yes,
I was a little worried about him, but he was like, "Let's go, let's go."
I know it, but that's the thing with Cat. It's like he does all the right things off the court. But then so sometimes when he's been making mistakes frequently, like he has like last season or like midway through this season, some of those things can be indicators of, he's doing this, like he's doing the right things off the court. He's doing the like shit talking or whatever. And like the moment of him sitting in the crowd, those are moments that typically would scare me. Tonight, it proved to be worth it. Like ESPN was posting that on like their socials and stuff like that. They were setting him up to be like not a great situation, and he proved everybody wrong. So anyways, just be crystal clear.
Yeah. Just be crystal clear. He was sitting like in the arena in the seats. Like
no
one was there, no one was next to him. He was just like soaking it all in, and I was like,
he had headphones. He just paying attention. Yeah, it was amazing.
This is next level from Cat. This is my favorite version of Cat. This is Cat. No longer can we go back to another version of Cat. This is the Cat from now on. This is the Cat I want to be on a championship level team. He can take us there. Holy crap! Sometimes our stars, like we're about to talk about, just don't have it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
They just don't have it. And you have to rely on your role players. And sometimes the role players, like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Nas Reed, kind of in the first half, Gobert, oh my God, was like Mike Conley, oh my God, right? Like not all the way there. Cat had it all game long. Persistent offensive acuity where he was getting to the rim, like getting a couple putbacks. He had the three early, and it opened up his game. And he was like a little too small Jamal Murray on him. You got to punish that, and he pushed that for days. He could have popped out for 40. A little too selfless. That's all I'm going to say. It's not a blemish whatsoever on his grade. A1 tier for life from this game. Honestly, Cameron, I can't believe it.
It's a legacy game. Legacy game. Easy. Yeah. Could be a new tier next year, honestly.
Oh my gosh, Wombo combo.
Wombo combo. Oh my gosh.
You guys are amazing. I just want to remind you that this money goes in directly right back to you.
Right back to the stream.
For giveaways, for tickets. We gave away playoff tickets early, and then we ran out of funds. So like now we have to
to replenish our bank account.
Yep. But it's coming right back to you guys. So Wombo,
it is.
Bottom of my heart, thank you so much. It was amazing.
Seriously.
You guys should join the Discord. We have like over 250 of you guys here. Join the Discord. We're just like a growing community. It's so much fun to talk basketball with you all. The over and under with Big Boy, the constant memes from Marcus, the interviews posted from Gerald. Shout out Gerald. You guys are remarkable.
Yes.
Like I love you all, and we couldn't do this without you. Wombo combo. Thank you for every single one of those points that Jaden scored. I love that.
Yes.
Anthony Edwards, 44 minutes. We would be miserably talking about this game if it was a regular season game because he was 6 for 24 from the floor. This is an Andrew Wiggins D-Lo stat line. 2 for 10 from 3. He only went to the free throw line once, by the way. He had 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. Ridiculous defense on Murray. Most of the game he was on Murray. 16 points total.
Yeah.
But all of his points were felt, man. All of his points were impactful. They were like, he was hunting at times, but he needed to hunt. There was those moments where he single covered. He had to do this.
Yeah.
And when he was double covered, I wasn't super worried. When he had only 2-3 points in halftime, I wasn't super worried. The only thing was, how is he going to find his shot? How is he going to find rhythm? How are we going to adjust to get him going? And he, instead of any sort of game plan, he took it in his own hands and he did defensively sensational.
Yeah. I mean, this is similar to what I talked about with Nas. Of course, we have higher expectations from Ant than Nas, and Ant did kind of a lot of talking about how this is going to be the greatest Game 7 of history. And, he's kind of balanced both talking like a bunch of shit with also being very like, I've never done this before, so I don't know what to expect going into a Game 7. I will say Ant for the last 2 games has seemed like he's just, even the last game when he scored 27 or whatever, to me, it just didn't feel like he was 100% there. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's bumps and bruises throughout the playoffs. I don't know if he's just exhausted. I don't know if it's baby stuff happening outside. I have no clue. We have so many players with babies right now. It's very difficult. But I think for me, I'm lower than sensational. But man, they were huge impact plays. And you could argue that Ant's the reason that we win this game. I mean, Ant's not able to win this game for us if Towns hasn't set the groundwork before.
Dude, so I love that comment. Yes.
Because otherwise this is a terrible game and Ant probably doesn't even get 10 points. Or if he does, it's just garbage time, whatever. These were meaningful buckets that he had. He was 6 of 24. So that's obviously awful. There were a couple moments where he started shooting threes when we were in that 4-point game when we finally had brought it back. And I was like, honestly, I'm okay with the misses here because he needs to get some kind of a rhythm, some kind of a shot, figure out if he's long, short, whatever. So I was okay with it. I think I'm in an A. Maybe that's a hater. But I think I'm in an A. It was a really, really good game. Obviously made impact moments, but it's more about Towns. I think Towns is the one that deserves more of the credit for tonight. And even Nas, I don't know. There's just his defense was crazy too. I don't know.
I think you convinced me, except for the point where it's 2 points are 2 points, except for in Game 7. I think 2 points in the fourth quarter are just so much more impactful and meaningful.
Yes,
and he got going in the third quarter where he popped off for 9 and he hit a 3. He had a couple transition plays. He had 5 rebounds. He turned it up defensively, got him going. And Where was Jamal Murray in that second half? Holy crap!
Ant was
5 points.
bothering him.
Like he still got some points, but he got 5 points on third quarter, 4 points in the what was it? 6 points in the fourth quarter. So like he still got his, but so did Ant. Toe for toe, tit for tit, or tit for tat. Wow. He had his, and I really felt like these are three players. Michael Porter Jr., Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray on any team is just going to be championship caliber. This is a championship caliber team. Game 7 against the defending champs. Ant had a lot of pressure on him, right? All the mics, all the attention, all the cameras, all the lights are on him.
Yeah.
And it's his first Game 7, a little jittery, I know you got to go. But like, we had Cat to ride us.
Yeah, it was Cat.
And then Ant took over. I'm sensational. I know you were probably saying
you can do whatever. I'm fine with whatever. Today
I'm going to go A. I'm going to go A for the fact that moving on. He only had 12 points in the second half, but they were so impactful. And that's all I'm gonna say.
They were
degenerate in me is gonna rewatch the comeback sequence synced up to the DNVR watch along tomorrow morning. Wow, I love it.
That's incredible.
I
do have to go. Chris
A1.
Finch, I mean the coaching staff, A1 to come back from 30 or 20 down and have like a 54-24 run or whatever it was. That's coaching. That's incredible. I love it. But I do have to go.
There we have it, folks. Our final tier list with everyone in. Jaden and Kat were A1s. Most of the team was sensational. A couple cashes, I think, from just celebrations, and a couple Bs. And I think that's super accurate. Community, you got it right.
100%. All right. Well, Ashwin, you're gonna keep it going here?
I hope so.
Okay, you keep it going. Everybody, seriously, how fun was that? That was crazy. Please subscribe, like the stream. I will be back. It looks like it's Wednesday is the game. So
Wednesday.
Like the stream, everybody. But I am gone. I have to get ready for a photo shoot and use this camera to do that. So all right, cool. I am closing.
Oh my God,
Cash
Cameron,
defense.
miss you.
Yes. Okay. Bye, everybody. Take care of Ashwin for me. And if you're still live, I'll join you, but it's a long time. So
Cameron.
Yes. 8 more wins is possible. Yes, it is. Okay. See you all.
Peace. All right. We're going to be carried by some post-game interviews because I have almost lost my voice and I cannot wait for Wednesday. I actually might not even be able to watch most of the game on Wednesday. I'm doing a little job there. So I'm going to have to find a way to, like, in between certain sessions, like, put up the game on a side screen or something. I'm going to present to you guys a couple videos. I haven't seen them. I don't know anything about them, but we're going to watch this crap. The spoon is still possible, huh, Anthony? Oh, absolutely. Oh, apparently Michael Malone was visibly upset in postgame. Do we want to feel their pain, or do we want to just be in our glory? Let's do that. Let's do Anthony Edwards. Let's hear what he has to say.
On the 20th anniversary of their last and only Game 7 win. Ant-Man, thanks a lot for taking a few minutes with us. We appreciate it. Okay, so look, so you're down 15 at the half, you're down 20 early in the third. How did you maintain some poise, be patient, and make this happen?
It was tough, man, because I couldn't find my rhythm tonight. So I just had to trust my teammates, man. They kept trapping me even though I was off. So I just had to make the right play throughout the rest of the game, man. And I did that, and my teammates made shots, man. So big shout out to those guys.
And VC here, congratulations to you. Let's talk about the fourth quarter. Well, throughout the 3 quarters, they made it tough for you, double teaming. You see, like you said, you trusted your team, and you found life in the fourth where you saw a couple of baskets go through. You got the big steal to the dunk. Tell me about that.
There's more ways to win a basketball game when you're just not an offensive player, man. I'm not one-dimensional. I'm not just a guy who can score. I'm a guy who can go whoever their best guard is. I can go lock them down. So I feel like I did that on Jamal in the fourth quarter, and that's what in the third quarter and fourth quarter, and that's what turned the game around.
Well, CB, man, congratulations, man. It's an honor to watch you play. Okay, I have not been to Minnesota in probably 20 years.
Bring your ass.
Hey, can you send me a list of good restaurants? We're going to be there for like 5 days. I want you to send me a list of some good restaurants, okay?
Yeah. I'm gonna find your number through somebody. I'm gonna send them to you.
I appreciate it, my brother. Congratulations. I'll see you Wednesday.
Appreciate it, baby.
Well, if you want his number, it's 55. No. Hey, what's going on? Congratulations, firstly.
What up, baby?
Yes, I think overall, the one thing you talked about patience, you talked about all of the different things that your teammates did, but in Game 7, on the champs' floor, the feeling
Dude, I can't
and the
believe
anxiety before, after, and during. Can you explain that?
Man, it was a big time. You know, I think our poise was the most thing. We was very poised throughout the entire game. We was down 15 at the half. We came in the locker room. Finchy like, hey, Ant, you got to play quicker. You got to play quicker. If they're going to continue to trap you, you got to make the right play and trust your teammates. And we was just poised throughout the entire game. They went up 20. We just fought, and Cat played spectacular tonight, man. He carried us tonight.
And if you were going to, I know you referenced Cat there, but if you were going to hand out a game ball for this effort, who would get it?
Jaden McDaniels.
No question.
No question.
Absolutely.
Hey, look, we appreciate you. We're happy for you. We're looking forward to getting to Minneapolis this week and watching the first 2 games of this series against the Dallas Mavericks. Early thoughts on playing the Mavs?
It's gonna be fun, man. You know, my matchup gonna be Kyrie, so that's gonna be fun. We're gonna see what I can do versus him.
Appreciate your time. Go Dogs.
Yes, sir.
I love it. He's just honest, man. Like the way that he just answered that, Jaden McDaniels, man, he brought so much life into that first quarter when it was only Cat and we didn't have anyone else going. It was just we needed it from Jaden, and I felt like the whistle was unkind to him, and he boarded, he cut, he got offensive, like he was like disruptive and offensive rebounding. He played his matchup to a T. Murray got his, Jokic got his, but where was everyone else, right? And he was guarding Murray at times, but he was also guarding the everyone else, especially when he had fouls. He was guarding the KCPs and the MPJs, and they didn't have anything going. And I actually think that was a huge turning point in the game where it's like, okay, Murray got his, he popped off for 24 or whatever in the first half. The second half, no one else is in rhythm, just like Ant. Only they haven't taken shots, so they are colder than Ant, right? They have not seen the ball. So it's like such a turning point where they're now trying to get MPJ going in the second half. They have a little bit of a cushion, a 15-point cushion. They got a little comfortable, and they're trying to force MPJ early, right? And that in the second half, you guys saw some of that, and they were just all misses. Jokic took a couple threes. They were just misses. All right, Murray was like, "Oh, I'm going to start taking over." He missed a couple shots. They were out of sorts in that third quarter. Meanwhile, our defense ramped up. Our defense kept pressuring. Cat was ridiculous on Jokic in that third quarter. And I just was like, all right, something's going to happen. Jaden, bomb, threes. Ant is 100% correct. More Ant. And now I hope, Cat also. Postgame.
Look at me. Look at me. 2 for 10. Damn. Shit. But look, we all plus minus in the positive.
Yeah.
Jaden had the hot. No, Mike coming.
That's a lie. That's why I don't be trusting that shit. That's a lie. That nigga came to change the game.
Yeah, that's Cat. They gave him 11 points. What's the biggest 11 points?
Oh, God.
It's 20, I think, in the third quarter. Like, what did you notice? What flipped for you guys to allow you to climb back in it and take this?
Started hitting some shots, playing some defense, even better at a higher level, I thought. And this is Timberwolves basketball. I think this was just a real showing of Timberwolves basketball at its finest, where it's a team effort. We got hype for players that we have, me, him included on this table, but like I said, we don't have a big 3. We got a big 15. We every single person on this team means a lot to this team, and they help in so many different ways. And this game just shows that the Timberwolves, not Anthony Edwards, not Karl Anthony Towns, not Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves are a special team.
it down at the end of the game. You got hundreds of fans right behind your bench going. And what was that moment like for you? You've been through a lot with this franchise. Just what were your emotions like as you soaked in?
Yeah, I don't know the cameras caught it, but I definitely had a moment. Just, I've been here 9 years. I've talked about wanting to win and do something special here at this organization. And, for all the failures and all the things that didn't materialize and happen, and the disappointment that comes with it, to be having this moment where even just for this moment, we get to celebrate the wins, For me, being here 9 years, I've seen everything and seen it all. And
Man, fuck them 9 years.
just, man, fuck right. But
This year.
to be in here and this year with these guys, this team, after all that, it's
After
super
all
special.
that.
And you talked about the job Carl's done defending Jokic and how important that has been in this series. Kind of felt
Absolutely.
like you guys really needed the offensive push from him today. In addition to that, what stood out to you about his game tonight?
He made all the right plays tonight. Like, once again, he only took 14 shots. He's always super efficient from the field. And he carried us tonight. Every time we needed a bucket, he was there for us. We gave it to him in the post multiple times. He made the right play multiple times, over and over again. And we get on him about crashing from the top, but today he crashed from the top for a big bucket that we needed. So big shout out, yeah, for sure. He put us on his back tonight.
They hate when it don't work, and they love
They love when it works. That's how I go.
After game 5, but you win 2 elimination games and you KO the champs in their own house at game 7. Just what type of statement win do you believe this to be about this team and the way you guys were able to win today?
I mean, it showed us who we are. Because the coaches believed in us, even though at halftime, even in the third, we was down 20. They like, just keep making runs. And it showed us who we are, man. Once we really lock in on the defensive end, because offensively we played okay. But once we really lock in on the defensive end, man, we're a hell of a team to beat.
And it was along that run, I think it was something like 31-9, maybe even better than that, from late in the or early in the third to early in the fourth. Was there a sequence that where you're like, okay, we got this, the game is back, turning in our favor?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know.
Turnaround.
Yeah, I think when Rudy hit the turnaround, I was like, yeah, we probably got him. Because I know that'll kill you. I know that'll kill your whole.
Cameron's right
that'll
then.
kill everything. Yeah. Hey, big shout out to Big Rue, man. Big Rue hit the turnaround on their ass.
On God's day, too.
Nah, yeah, I think that's when I knew we had him, once he hit that turnaround.
You guys, Carl got that 5th foul, and Nas Reed came in and set the tone on both ends of the floor. Just talk about how special he's been this series and what he means to this team.
Me and Cat was just talking about it up here. I think the plus minus stuff is trash because Nas, when Cat got his 5th foul, Nas came in and he played great defense on Jokic. Got a couple offensive rebounds, hit a big shot, got a big dunk, got a couple steals. He played hard, man. So, he's super important to our team, and we tell him all the time, just stay with it, and he stayed with it tonight, and it showed for sure.
I think just for me, it's just anyone who doubted him being the 6th man of the year, the silence would be louder.
He showed it tonight.
For you guys, what does it look like when, like, at halftime, when, like, Finch comes in and is ticked?
You say what?
Finch comes in and is mad, and clearly mad. Like, what does that look like at halftime?
He wasn't really mad today. It was more so like, he was like, I know we're gonna win this game. We just got to do this to win the game. Like, he wasn't really mad. He just came in, and the clips on the screen were like, this is what we got to do to come back and win this game. If we do it, we'll win. If we don't, we're gonna lose. And we did that.
What's perhaps on facing Dallas in the next round?
Honestly, I think this for us, we just so happy about this moment. We can't even think about the next moment.
I'm thinking about it.
But I would say for us, we just gotta, if we continue to play Timberwolves basketball, it will fix a lot of problems that we may have with that team and what they do best. So as long as we play Timberwolves branded basketball,
yeah,
I think I like our chances.
For sure.
For both of you guys, just what does it mean to go back to Target Center? Now you're going to be hosting the Western Conference Finals in front of your fans. Just what this means for the organization in general.
I'm gonna let you talk about that. I only been here 3 years.
Oh, now you only been here 3 years. The fans have been waiting for this moment. And this team has brought them this moment. So, it's up to us now to capitalize on this opportunity and be the best team we could be. And like I said, play Timberwolves basketball. Every time this series we play Timberwolves basketball, we've had the result we've been looking for. And every time we try to deviate from that plan, it hasn't done well. So the fans know what they want.
Today was crazy, but we was down 20.
That wasn't Timberwolves basketball. That was Park basketball. Then we started.
That was Wolves basketball.
Then we started playing. That was Wolves. Now we play Timberwolves at the end. Yes, sir.
This is for either one of you guys. And usually in NBA history, it says you have to lose and lose big before you win. What is it about this team that says
we lost last year?
Yeah, but that's different. You have to lose at a bigger stage. Usually, teams.
It's the playoffs. We lost last year.
We lost the last 2 years. Shit.
God damn. How much more we got to lose?
Yeah, how much you want us to lose?
We're losing for 20 years.
Oh, my God.
I mean, that's just the truth, dog.
God damn.
I love this.
What makes you guys believe that you guys don't have to wait any longer, that just getting past the second round isn't the goal, that you guys can win the next 2 rounds?
I think and I think this is the biggest thing to answer that question. It starts with our head coach, Chris Finch. He comes in every day, comes to work, he gets there early. He's thinking of ways to get me and Kat open looks. He's thinking of ways to get Mike and Rudy open looks. He's thinking of ways to get Jaden involved. He's trying to keep Nas in it to get him involved. He's just a great coach, and he don't sugarcoat anything with anybody. Like, if Kat fucking up, he gonna get on Kat. If I'm fucking up, he gonna get on me. If Rudy fucking up, he gonna get on anybody that's messing up throughout the game. And I think that's what makes him the best coach in the NBA to me, because no matter who it is, no matter how high the player is on the pole, he's gonna get on you from start to finish. And it starts with the head of the snake, and he's the head of our snake. And we all listen to him, look up to him, and he do a great job of making sure we're ready to go every night.
Guys, I know this is something very special, but what are your thoughts about that you are doing this 20 years later exactly than the first time that the Timberwolves were in a Western Conference Finals with KG?
I mean, just shout out to KG. Happy birthday, KG. Here's your present from all of us.
It was his birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, my boy.
So, I mean, it's special. It's special anytime you get a chance to do it. But like you said, to have a legend who led the Timberwolves like that and then come 20 years later and be able to be in the same situation that he was in, I think it's very special. Yep.
Eddie McDaniels, Western Conference. What's the award that they give out? Oh, they don't give it out yet. My bad. Yeah, but regardless, yeah, Jay McDaniels was the MVP of the last 2 series. Yeah, once again, he did it again. Yeah, Jay McDaniels.
He's been here 3 years. So.
Oh my God. I love it. I could keep going with more and more content that I keep seeing more and more. We have a Finch interview. Maybe we can do that. If you guys want that, I can do that. I can do that for you guys, but you can easily find that on YouTube yourself, or even Twitter, Caps, whatever. And maybe in a little bit, we'll get into it. Guys, in the first half, Denver had 14 second chance points. We had 2. Points in the paint, Denver had 24. Aaron Gordon dunk. A couple layups by Murray. Lots of Jokic. I think there was a Christian Brown. I think he got the free throws, I think. Wolves 10. We're the bigger team. We're the stronger team. Apparently, we got hosed of what we were doing best at, right? Throughout this entire postseason, throughout this entire season. In the fourth quarter, second chance points for the Timberwolves, 10. Nasri, dunk. Cat, put back, dunk. Nuggets, 0. They were out of energy, out of gas, out of willpower to win this game. They were missing shots, and they were not getting those rebounds. We played big, we played bigger, we rose to the occasion. I felt like that was our keys to the series. Play big, play bigger, play stronger, play defense, endure 48 minutes, keep your head up. It's not going to go always your way. Defense promotes offense. Offense in transition leads into offense. Like, the sets on offense just feel easier. The the rim feels wider. Ant was 1 for 7 and still was remarkable, right? He found other ways to impact this game on both ends, but also the defense translated onto offense and transition into threes, into that dunk. Rudy Gobert, it looked awful, right? It looked incredibly bad. I was screaming. Why do we keep incessantly doing this? Insanity. That's the definition of insanity. We keep trying to shove the ball into Gobert's hands. It paid off with that turnaround. That's what Ant said. It has to be true now. Shout out to the Denver Nuggets. It was an incredible series. It went 7 games. That was a game 7 for the history books, man. My friends. I can't believe it. Our defense was suffocating. That second half was historical. The Nuggets' tongues were on the floor in the fourth quarter for sure. We wore them out. Jokic was having to bring the ball up because we were pressuring Murray, right? Anytime he brings the ball up. Where was Aaron Gordon in this entire game? He had that one dunk. Wasn't there this like insane, overpowered combo? The 1-2 punch of Gordon and Jokic, nowhere to be found. Gobert, Naz Reid, even a little bit of Jaden, kept that from happening. We kept Gordon mostly off the boards. There's one point in the fourth quarter, I think Gordon, I don't think he went over the back, but he definitely like hit the ball over Naz Reid's head to get the ball back to his team. Aaron Gordon was like a non-factor tonight. The others did zilch. Denver was a better team last year. Jeff Green, Bruce Brown. They had more leadership. They had like a physical leader. They have Jokic, 3-time MVP, but he's a quiet lead from by example type of leader. Jamal Murray, he packs towels. He's not a leader. He's just a scorer, right? He's a shot creator. He had a couple awesome plays to Aaron Gordon for a dunk in here and there. But I am just like, where is the leadership coming from on Denver's side? When they're down, they start pouting. They start looking elsewhere. They start pointing fingers. They don't know what to do with themselves. Malone might be the other leader, right? Apparently, you can hear Timberwolves in Mike Malone's post-game conference just screaming. So I can't wait to just like swallow that as we watch that. Just like, holy crap. Taking down the champ. Oh my God. It feels so good. It feels so sweet. Grown. Absolutely. Denver was the better team last year. They lost their depth because they didn't want to pay Brown or Green. So that's part of this equation, right? How much do you want to win? Put it all in, right? Maybe they were really feeling themselves with how well they were drafting and finding dudes and like, ooh, this Peyton Watson rare find. Do that regular season game against Denver where he had 8 blocked shots. I was scared shitless. I was like, Peyton Watson's going to be the X factor of the series. Peyton Watson didn't see the floor. Travis, what an incredible, inedible. Actually, I like inedible ride. I won't be able to sleep. I have like 4 energy drinks in me because I have to not sleep. I have so much freaking work to do. And that's what I wanted to say. Ryan, I love this point. It was a team effort, bro. It just shows how good we are because our star player wasn't at his best and we still won. Cameron hit it on the nail on the head. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Whoops. Yeah, we're still live. Cameron hit the nail on the head when he said Jamal Murray popped off for 35. Jokic popped off for 34. That's it. 79 out of their 90 points was from 2 dudes. Where is the confidence instilled in that like DNA there? Even in a game 7, even in the most important game, your product of work is who you are. You can't do anything other than that because if you do, you will spiral out of sorts. They built a 20-point lead and they felt so full of themselves that they started to get off the gas pedal and let us back in. We started hitting shots. in a make or miss league, so many people say you make shots, you win. You score the most points as a John Madden take. Score more points, right? You win the game. But how you manufacture those points, right? Like, don't you think like 2 points in the first quarter are so insignificant? 2 points in the last 30 seconds. Down by 8, Cameron said they just gave up. They could have done something. They could have tried. We turned it over there. Like, we were kind of lucky that they stopped carrying with like a minute left, right? They had that Jokic walk up the floor with a minute to just have a little dunk or something stupid. I mean, we turned the ball over. I think Murray hit the ball out, but we lost our challenge and all that crap, right? I don't think we were unraveling, but we were just not focused in that moment. Blake Fosness, my friend. Beal, dead. Booker, dead. Durant, dead. Jokic, dead. Oh my God. I was hyped before this goddamn show. Blake, what a fucking comment. I love it. Dub Blake. Actually, I'm going to leave this up here for maybe the rest of the show. What does that mean for the NBA? Pay attention. Wolves are coming. We've endured a lot, but this season has been giving us fucking wins. Team culture, team identity, team unity prevails. You can't just make all these trades and suddenly your team is better. Now, Phoenix has Budenholzer. Good luck. Ant is him. Ant is next. Ant is now. Ant is the Grim Reaper. I love it. Ant Mexed. I like that. I like Mexed a lot. Oh, I said I was going to keep this up. Sorry. Dallas is on Wednesday. Western Conference Finals. Home court advantage. 3-2. Draymond Green says it's over. Bob Myers, why is he on TV? Said it's over. Everyone flip the script. Reverse sweep. It's over. 45-point domination win. Game 6 set the stage for Game 7, where we had confidence because we won Game 1 and 2 in Ball Arena. We arrived early. There was 72 hours, not 48 hours, for us to recover from the game. We got to Denver that night itself. We adjusted the altitude. Fourth quarter, we were not gassed. We did some really cool things where Ant didn't have it going, but he kept in. Did you see that in the second quarter? He was still in until like 6 minutes when like slow-mo came in or something. Like, he was still in trying to find his rhythm, trying to find the energy, and he didn't have it, right? So it's like, all right. I love that we just kept going with it because, like, he's going to be the one who's taking us there, right? I am losing my mind reading this comment by Blake. Embiid has never been to a Eastern Conference Finals. Thank you, Kawhi Leonard, so much. I love you, Kawhi Leonard, for that shot. Heard around the world. I was an anti-Jimmy Butler fan at that time as well, so it felt so much better. The cat is now there. We are bigger. We're strong. I love the trade that Dallas did to get Gafford, to get PJ Washington. But I think we can get ours down low. I think Gobert can be super impactful down low. I think he can guard the slower Jokic, or slower Doncic on the perimeter than Murray, you know what I mean? And he was fine. Like, I thought Gobert switched on to Murray was fine. So now you put in Luka Doncic, a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical, a little bit more herky-jerky. Wow, Gobert knows what he's doing out there. So we got Jaden Seatbelt McDaniels. Do you remember that seatbelt meme where we had just like stars in the back seat? Everyone in seatbelts, or he was a jailer or something like that. Jaden McDaniels on Luka Doncic, man. I am so pumped for that. And Ant even said in this post-game interview, his matchup is going to be Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving could be faster, but he's also 32. See, 22-year-old, high on life. The MJ comparison is apt. I'm not going to lie. I am definitely full of myself right now as I say this, but like, Ant has that matchup. Kyrie will pop off, just like Murray. But Kyrie isn't amazing on defense. I feel like there's something that's been born through this postseason run that they've been on. I think in the game 6 that we saw, Irving was pretty solid defensively. So I can't wait. For the series. But I think our depth, our Gerald flow offense, and our 3-point shooting is going to prevail, is going to win out this series. I think our bigs have a massive advantage over theirs. What is that? Their starting 4 is PJ Washington on Cat. They probably are going to put Derek Jones Jr. on Ant. Kyrie on Mike Conley. That puts Luka on Jaden. Interesting. If we have Jaden cutting, I think that's free points. See how that works. See how that goes. We are bigger. We are faster. We are stronger. I feel like that's a lyric from a song. Maybe I just said that 5 minutes ago. That's why you said it. But in all caps, I can't believe it. Luka, Kyrie, the clamps are coming. Ant is right. Jaden McDaniels was the difference maker in this series, in last series, and in last postseason, we didn't have him. It's like he's just a breath of fresh air because defense prevails, right? And you're cheering on defense. You're cheering on the identity of defense and what that means. And those stops are so insignificant. Like they're so significant. Sorry, because that builds a momentum. That builds like emotion for offense, right? And even if we miss shots, like those shots are going to be there, right? Wolves in 7, King Dave. There's no big that can be put out in 47 minutes like Joker just did. There's no Joker. There's no Joker. There's no Jokic. Jokic was sensational in this series. Kid you not, he made Gobert look foolish. But what Gobert could do was all game long have impact on both sides of the ball. It just looked a little inept at times when it was one-on-one. He's a team defense player, right? He's not like a one-on-one defender. Yeah, Gafford, Lively, their bigs are awesome. They're athletic, they run, and that's going to be their ticket, right? But I think we can run too. I think we have a difference maker, a 6-man difference maker in Naz Reid. I actually feel like Slow-Mo is going to have an impact this series. Because unlike in this series, Slow-Mo is bigger than most of his matchups. Isn't probably going to he's not asked to guard Jokic. He has asked to guard Gafford. He's asked to guard like PJ Washington on the perimeter. I think he's going to be great. And I think the leadership, the veteran leadership on and off the court, on and off, on the bench is so necessary. It's underrated. It's what Jeff Green was last year. You know what I mean? They didn't have that for Denver. Holy crap, we beat the defending champs. I am losing it. You're right. I feel like Nightbot, we got to change our stuff. We got to change our Nightbot stuff because he doesn't do the behind the back turnovers no more. He has cut that crap out. As Ant had called him out, Game 6, he was the player of the game because 10 points is 10 points. But everything he did systematically was sensational. Tonight, he carried us. 23 points. Matching Jaden's 23 points. I am so in love with that box score. Seeing Jaden produce the way he has because he's such an underrated offensive talent. And the most significant part of this is he started to lose confidence in his shot in this series alone, where he was like hesitant to shoot in games 4 or 5. Started to find it in 6, translated to game 7, and now his confidence is an all-time high because he's the reason we won the series. Leading into Luka Doncic. It's like boss after boss after boss. This is what it feels like to win. I have never felt this before. I have never felt winning at all. We have all never won. I stopped watching football, so that Minneapolis Miracle did a whole lot of nothing for me. It was still amazing to see, right? That Stephon Diggs play. Holy crap, that was remarkable. Justin Jefferson is making football fun again, right? But like, let's see what happens with the Vikings. But the Timberwolves have been mostly miserable, right? We had that Butler year. That was a hard watch. That was maybe the most stressful I've ever been as a Timberwolves fan. My life was in panic mode every night because of that team. And then the Memphis series turning into last year's Denver series. That was a lot of growth. It was painful, a lot of hurt, but I was like riding with this team. The Patrick Beverly, right? Fueled me, right? That Mike Conley trade, including Nickeil Alexander-Walker for D'Angelo Russell, saved this franchise. Draft night on 2020, we didn't listen to anyone else except for our own voices. And we drafted Anthony Edwards and we traded that pick for Jaden McDaniels. We didn't draft on James Wiseman, basically out of the league. And LaMelo Ball, get well soon. LaMelo Ball, who has a complete full back tattoo now, changed this franchise. Everyone Towns knew on this team is gone. And he's still here, riding with us, wanting to build something, wanting to be, this is home. It's like a love story to basketball, a love story to unity, building kinship, right? This is the definition of that. Here's Chris Finch, post-game. Let's do it. You guys might have already seen it.
Yeah. Chris, you're down 20 on the road in game 7 to the defending champs.
Yeah.
Like what did you see from your guys that were allowed to pull this thing out?
I mean, the effort was there. You know, we just had to, our offense kind of went sideways in the first half. And they really upped their defense. They were very physical. And we just talked about, you know, kind of getting back to simplifying our offense, if you will. I thought we were trying to over orchestrate matchups and mismatches and all this other stuff, and kind of played right into their hands. So we just had to get back to kind of moving the ball. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well, typical game 7 in that regard. But, you know, even when we were, you know, down, like I kept looking at the field goal percentage and we were in the 40s, in the 30s. Our defense was there. And then it went to a special place in the third quarter, you know, where we've been able to take it at times. And, you know, just everybody just kind of, you know, bucking up and making plays and executing the game plan. So, you know.
What was the moment like for you at the end of the game? You got hundreds of Wolves fans cheering for you, and just you closed it out. What's it?
My mic was muted. I'm so sorry. Ryan, is this right? Jaden had his first ever back-to-back 20-point game tonight. Triple exclamation point. I've always long thought this. He was a killer in Washington offensively. He was a top-rated recruit, and he had a temper issue that dropped him in the tier list of draft stock. With the 23rd overall pick, the Los Angeles Lakers select Jaden McDaniels, but it was traded to Minnesota. I think we actually asked them to pick that player for us, Jaden McDaniels. We refused to include Jaden McDaniels in a trade to Utah for Rudy Gobert. The Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert connection on defense, bar none, is the best duo in the league. You can quote me on that. They are so in sync. It's incredible. And he knows when he's beat sometimes, but he has remarkable recovery. And including recovery is also Rudy Gobert, right? So that pairing is ridiculous. And He's been asked to guard the best player on every given night, do it selflessly for the team, and maybe you'll get 5 shots a night. Turn to 2024, Game 7 of the Western Conference semifinals. I don't know, second round of the playoffs. He is asked to take over this game because no one else had it going. He's asked so much. He's asked of so much for him. And he was starting to lose confidence in his shot, but he was still always there defensively. I am so goddamn proud of this goddamn team of Jade McDaniels. Ryan, is this true? His first ever back-to-back 20-point game? Amazing. Back to Chris Finch.
Feel like
first of all, I'd love to really like to say thank you to our road support, both in Phoenix and here. It's been a ton of Wolves fans in the building. It's been great. I know that they're enjoying the ride, and we really appreciate their support. Special moment, man. This is a hell of a team with the best player on the planet, and this series was wild, and this game was just a microcosm of the entire series. Teams getting a big handle on each other and just trying to fight through it. So
Rudy, Nas, and Jaden.
Yeah.
Does that just kind of speak to this team and I know the confidence that everybody plays with when you guys are at your best?
Yeah, I was really proud of Nas. He was a little frustrated because we kept kind of pulling him out. I think Cat was playing so well and just wanted to kind of keep going back to that, but he stayed in it mentally, made big plays, made hustle plays. Obviously, they did a great job of throwing multiple bodies at Ant, made it tough for him all night. And that always leaves up other opportunities. And Jaden came into the series from a scoring point of view in Game 6 and continued it today. We got a couple end of the shot clock, lucky shots to go in, which we needed.
Rudy.
But when you're playing the right way, and you create that amount of luck. So.
What did you say anything at halftime? Only because the rebounding was significantly different.
Yeah, I mean, we were getting crushed. They had 14 second chance points. That was where our defense was letting us down the most. 14 second chance points in the first half. We had to get a handle on that more than anything. But I was really pissed about the offense. Thought the offense had degenerated completely for no real reason.
Same.
And so we addressed both those things. So.
Chris, it seemed like Carl has had the defensive matchup of Jokic has been so important for him here. It seemed like he was what kind of pulled the offense though out of that time when it was devolving. Just kind of that element of Carl and what he was able to do.
Yeah, I mean, I thought one of the key moments, Cat was really special offensively, particularly in the second half. Got his drive game going. We got going in the post early. I thought we were trying to play through Ant a lot, and it was kind of bogging us down. And we, when we got him out in the second quarter, we got Kyle in there, kind of loosened up the ball movement a little bit, and we were able to get some other guys involved, just enough to feel the game, And we had a great, we had 6 guys in doubles, and they had 2 guys score 69, and they're great players, but that's hard to do in a Game 7 is. Carry that much load all the way through. So,
Coach, what do you think it meant for Cat to get over this hump? He's been with the franchise so long, and also overcoming the pressure that he probably had on him more than just about anyone in this game.
Yeah, I think it means a lot. I think you see how at peace and happy he is right now. He had to trust that he was never going to be marginalized. It's all young players always think that they can do it all by themselves, but in this league, nobody can. He's been on many teams where he's had to do a lot, and he's got incredible skill to do so. But he's really bought into doing all the other things that we need him to do. Last series he guarded Durant. This year is Jokic. Score, play through him when the moment is there, but we're not playing through him all the time. Staying ready. Staying positive, and staying mentally in it. And couldn't be more happy and proud for him, just because, I think he's faced a lot of unfair criticism when it comes to the postseason at times because, but the more you go through these things, the more experience you have and the more at peace you are,
over here. What was your confidence in just the team's mental makeup or toughness? You're down 20 game 7, defending champs, they're building that they have this in them to pull it out. At one moment, maybe throughout the season or whatever, did you realize that this group had a night like this?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're I'm very confident in our guys all the time, and again, down 20, we were guarding and we were playing hard. We just weren't playing very smart on the offensive end. So once we figured that out, I thought we could make a run and tighten the game up a little bit before halftime. And I thought, could have been 11, but it ended up being 15. Mike layup, and they laid it at the other end of the floor. But our guys, when you defend, you give yourself a chance all the time. So I didn't lose faith in our guys. It's too early. It was way too early to do that. But we hadn't done a good job in games 3, 4, and 5 of kind of surviving our own bad offense. And tonight we were able to do that, so.
Oh my God. So
Chris,
true.
I wonder for you personally, I mean, you've seen a ton in this game. You've done a lot in this game, but between the injury and then the journey that you have with this squad, I think late third quarter, you start getting out of the chair a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen you do that. I mean, is this going to be a night that you remember for a long time?
Yeah, for sure. It's a big moment for our club. Everybody talks about the last 30 years, which mean nothing to me. But it does mean a lot to a lot of people to see this team, root for this team, the city's behind this team, and to beat a team like Denver on their home floor, the way we did, of course, is going to mean a lot for sure. So,
Chris, you touched on it a little bit a moment ago, but Denver really wrestled momentum away after game 5. What was the conversation like with the players, the staff, to have the ability to turn things around and win 2 elimination games the way that you did?
Yeah. I mean, I thought game 5 was our worst technical performance of the series. The effort was there, but we just did not play very smart, particularly on the offensive end of the floor. And I thought defensively we gambled a lot outside the game plan. And I don't know why it happened that way. It just did. And that gave me great confidence that, we can come in and turn things around because there was a lot of solutions that we could see easily on tape for game 6. And we said to ourselves all series long, our best is better than their best. We just have to play our best. And we hadn't done that in the middle of the series.
It seemed like the offense had a lot of perimeter passing and not as much entry passing. And it seems like this season, when you haven't turned the ball over, your defense is able to win games. So you had very few turnovers.
Yeah.
Was that part of the offensive philosophy, is to not only not dribble into people, but basically make the safe, quick pass?
Yeah, for sure. And in game 5, we didn't. We were driving into crowds. We had, those 3 charges in 4 possessions, and the other one was blocked. So, and we knew what they were doing defensively. They're going to put 2 on Cat in the post. They were going to put 2 on Ant in the perimeter, and we just had to make the right play. And then the next guy had to make the right play. And that chain reaction was really the solution and the key. So.
What was your thought process when you saw Rudy Gobert with a turnaround jump shot in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, it was a heck of an ATO we drew up for him. Yeah, I mean, listen, you need that, He made one of those in game 1, too. So I was happy for him because it made up for the fast break layup that he missed. So thank you.
That's really so just ridiculously awesome to hear that from Finch. I lost confidence in our team after game 5. I saw the gambling and I was like, we're trying to overdo it. We're trying to win a 3rd game. So we're overcompensating by gambling for steals. And then Jokic was just a man on a mission, right? Like it's just a performance like no other. Those 3 losses really, really hit at my not fandom whatsoever. No. But what does it take to win, right? It's like you can go up big early, but can you sustain that? And when it's a lead that feels comfortable, do you man up and go the extra minute, right? Do you go and get we felt pretty confident coming home in our classics, right? Games 1 and 2 in our classics, kicking the door in on Denver. 6-0 in the playoffs. We felt pretty confident. Yeah. You have to go through it to like unearth and reveal your new ceiling, right? Like your new. And I felt like game 5. I can't believe I heard that from Finch just now. Because he said he felt confident. Like I don't think I would as a coach lose confidence or whatever. But like maybe the words that I would say aren't being listened to or like or absorbed or internalized. So much of this game is about talent and loan, right? Like the Luka regular season, SGA regular season, they just get to the line a bunch and they do a lot of ISO, like take over the game, right? Like we have had that in our game with Ant and Cat. But if we have like included others throughout the game, about the season, and we've injected a culture such that it does translate into the postseason and it can only grow in the postseason. And in game 5, he says, I feel confident in what we can do because our shots weren't falling and we were gambling on defense. If we just make some of our shots, play solid, sophisticated, since day 1 defense of the season, without gambling, without reaching, without compensating, and instead of winning the game, win the quarter. Instead of winning quarter, win like these possessions and like chunk it out, right? Like bracket it out in these moments. And like you win these moments, you're down 20 in game 7. And you're like, all right, fuck it. It's one half. Break it into the little chunks, and we turned up the volume. Incredible commentary from Finch. Because that confidence gives me confidence. Like if I'm a player in the locker room hearing that, seeing footage of like where we slipped up, right? And how he can respond. Because like you can baby players. Like I feel like there's been coaches in our franchise that have like babied Cat and babied Wiggins and babied Levine, right? Yeah, of course. What you think is probably right. You know, let's try something here and there. But like you're right. And like they haven't grown. I haven't seen this much growth out of Cat in his 8 years than in this year. And I haven't seen it this much and since like he's come back from injury. He has fallen in line and not like asked what the coaches have asked for him, but like with talent, with skill, but also let it shine. The game plan is his plan in order for us to go to the finals and hoist up the LOB championship banners and not just a playing champion banner. You got to lock in, and your efforts isn't just a you thing. It's a we thing, right? It's not like you need to take over this game. You need to be the one who does everything, right? It's a we thing. And that's why we feel like this whole season has been about that. Like Ant is going to take the tough shots because that's like Ant's role. That's like Ant's position on the court. Like Towns is not going to be the guy who's like, oh, and I have the ball. I'm going to bring up the ball. I'm going to do all this stuff. I'm going to take tough shots. You see that turnaround fadeaway he did tonight? Some of that shit is just like a miracle. But he was feeling himself tonight. And in a game where we were really losing it in the first half, he carried us to the second half. And I just felt like he just was so phenomenal tonight that he's going to look at this game. We are going to point to this game, these last 2 games, and say, Cat, this is how it's done. And he has learned, he has grown, matured. And yeah, now talk that shit, dude. That shit feels so good. To believe in yourself, to believe in your team, to believe in others, and then back it up on the court. 8-9 years of losing. Cat's got to feel it, right? Cat went to Kentucky. Cat's been a winner. Cat's been the best player of every team, right? But then he came into the NBA and he just lost. We are so lucky to have him. Because it's like birthed this version of him. And this version of him is so goddamn scary. Dallas, I wish you luck. But the Minnesota Timberwolves are coming. And we're bigger, we're stronger, we're faster than you. We may have more star power than you, dare I say. But we have probably better role players than you, too. I can't wait for Wednesday. I can't wait for the series to start. But I am going to sit on this win, laugh it up, laugh at myself. Marcus, shout out to Marcus in the Discord. I don't know if he's here still, but he kept the vibes positive today. There was some negative energy in Discord. Shout out Discord. Join the Discord, by the way. It's so much fun. It's almost a 2-hour show. We're at 300 viewers, by the way. So many of you guys are on Twitter. Come on in on YouTube. Give us a like. Comment below. Do whatever you need to do. But join us on Discord because it's a community of Timberwolves fans. Ravenous, hungry, eager for this new Wolves order, this new Timberwolves order. Pecking order. Finch, take us there. Every one of these players has a role, right? As Kat said, 15, big 15 or whatever he said. I don't know. In certain moments, you saw those role players like percolate in this series, right? We needed it because next series is going to prove that the others can come out and come in as well. Yes, Wombo Combo, shout out to the Believe It on Discord. It's so easy to be like, ride the loss, ride the win, right? Be on the roller coaster. And it's like, it's hard because we have a love affair. It's more than a fandom. It's like a culture. It's like a part of our life to follow this team, right? So when we lose, like, it's like I lost, right? When they lose, we lose, right? It feels like it, but we haven't lost anything. We are just cheering on our team. It's hard to stay positive sometimes because you see things on the court that you expect it not to happen, but it just happens. It's kind of human nature. People make mistakes, but then you see it again and again. And you're like, can't believe this is happening. A behind the back pass in Game 6 of the playoffs. What? Right. I mean, you saw Aaron Gordon do that, right? To KCP. You saw that a little bit with the Murray and Jokic. We cut that crap out. Holy crap. Amazing. I got to go too. I think I have to go. I could stay, but I think I should get going. Our final here is 98-90, a full 7-game series on the birth of Kevin Durant on apparently Cat's, what did he say? On God's day. It took me a second to understand that was Sunday. I thought he was is God KG? That was crazy for me to internalize that, and I worked through that myself. Thank you. Thank you. On the backs of Karl Anthony Towns with 23 points, 12 rebounds. Sensational defense. On the backs of Jaden, Big Pimpin' McDaniels himself, 23.6 rebounds, 2 steals, a block, hit 3 threes. And just the effort, the voice, the energy, the hype, the life that Anthony Edwards brings. 16 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. He does it all. And Gobert in the turnaround. Gobert in the block shots. Gobert's presence was so immense. It's so crazy because, as Finch, I think, was talking about, he's been kind of dogged. He's been kind of talked about negatively. My gosh. He came to play in that fourth quarter. Holy crap. He gave it his all. He fouls out. And we won in our classic unis in Denver versus Scott Foster. The very first play of the game, offensive foul, Rudy Gobert, Scott Foster, I see you. Down 20, winning Game 7. I love it. I lost my mind, and then I found it here on the show. Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley Jr., apparently, in the Western Conference Finals. They got there. They got there. We got there. Let's take us all the way. This is what movies is made of, Manimal. I love it. I want more of it. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. Post-game show. I am going to rewatch this game because I'm crazy. Actually, I might be normal. Probably just like you. I know it's about 11:30 at night where you guys are. Except for BX Rep, who's like fucking 12:30, 1:30, whatever in the morning over there. Shout out to all of you guys. You are the best. David Peterson, Maurice, Crone, Wombo Combo, Blake. Look at this comment. Beal is done. Cooked. Booker is done. Cooked. Durant. I love that he loves Anthony Edwards. Cooked. MVP Nikola Jokic. See ya. Hotels.com. We'll still see you on Hotels.com ads. And Jamal Murray, Heat Pack Extraordinaire. That was nonsense. And we won despite all that crap, right? Like, I don't think he should have played game 3. Let's be real. I'm a little biased, of course, but that Heat Pack is crazy. And a towel. And the money sign. Hey, that was an interesting ref game. We won despite it all. You guys are the best. Intro as the outro. We are halfway there. Living on a prayer. That is so goddamn funny. Ant going to be recruiting old men at the Olympics. I actually was fearful of the opposite, right? Like, why are these old men showing up right now? Oh, they want Ant. They want Ant to come to their team. They want Ant to ask out. Oh my god, I was in that living nightmare of a mind thought, but mind trip. But 8 more to go. Wednesdays, mofos. We'll be here because we have to be. Historical season. That was the greatest sports moment for me tonight. That was the best. That was it. I have done a lot of sports watching over the years, but that was it. That was the best. And that was without Ant going off. That was out without like anyone like popping off. That was a goddamn team effort. Everyone, like 6 players in double figures. Persevering, besting the odds, the defending champs. All the national media pundits just like clowning us. Grown. See all y'all for game 1 in the Western Conference Finals. Say it again, Crone. See y'all for the game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Wednesday? This is bigger than 2004. I totally agree, David Peterson. Shout out, my friend. This is the best team in Timberwolves franchise history. Sorry, KG. That's it. This is it. This is the best team. This is a sustainable team, by the way. No one did the big balls dance. We are at full strength. And we got Luka Garza. We got it's Luka versus Luka. Whoa. Intro as the outro. 8 wins is still possible. I'll see you in the Western Conference Finals. My friends, from us to you, Timberwolves faithful all around the world. Love you. Thank you so much. Take care. I forgot how to end the show. Is this it?
Sensational.
No. Is this it?
Kill Alexander from Gorilla Nut. Kill. I bet I'll be A1 from day one.
Man, I keep hitting the wrong buttons.
Sensational.
No.
Damn, lights come on, baby. I'll show up.
All right, guys. I still actually have forgotten how to do this. Okay. All right. I got it. You're the best. Wednesday can't come soon enough. My friends, see you later.